Hey guys, welcome to my next Slayer guide. Today I'm bringing you a guide on the Bloodvelds. Now this, guys, is one of the fastest Slayer XP tasks in the game. I think this can get up to about 80k per hour if you're doing it the proest method possible. Now there is a newbie method which I will mention, however I'm not beginning to showing it in the video, but I just want to mention a bit about that. But also I want to mention that someone notified me last week on the Black Demons episode that I forgot Black Dragons. Now I'll be doing that next week, even though it comes before Bloodvelds in the dictionary. Sorry guys, so if you do need to know how Black Dragons, that'll be next week. So right, let's go into this Bloodveld guide. Right guys, so if you're going to be killing them the best way you can, you want to be killing the mutated Bloodvelds, which is hence why the picture on the thumbnail is a mutated Bloodveld. So basically your gear wants to be your optimum melee gear, pretty much what you'd wear for almost every Slayer task. You'll only change this for the odd task. So basically you just want your Bender's Tasset's chest plate. You know, you can obviously use Barrow's gloves instead of Goliath because these will degrade and probably get annoying if you're going hardcore Slayer all the way to 99. And then any aura will do, as long as it's pretty much combat related and it helps you. And in your invent you want your standard melee, you want your standard Slayer setup, so you want this row at the top and this bottom row at the bottom of your invent, or wherever, as long as you've got these 8 items in your invent. Now that's what you want in your Slayer for when you're slaying. God, I'm mixing up my words like crazy. But that's what you want in your invent all the time you're slaying. That's exactly what I do, so I really recommend it because it's very useful having these tellies in your invent ready to use. And then you want your cannon, because this is a cannon task, so you don't want to bank this cannon. You want to be using a Steel Titan Familiar, which is why I've got Steel Legend scrolls here. And also I've got some in my helmet. If I can mean this, it's not full, but it's nearly full, which is 50. And then this task will generally take about 2 sets of extremes. That's assuming that you reset your stats when you get down to 120, assuming that you're 99. You also want a couple of prayer renewals to reduce the amount of prayer pots you need, and then just the rest is prayer pots. So let's go to the mutated Bloodvelds now. Right, I just had to get my Steel Titan summoned because I forgot that. Now, you must have done... Well, I don't recommend doing this task unless you've done Branches of Darkmire, because if you've done Branches of Darkmire, you'll have this Dragon's Medallion, which is very useful to have, and then you use this and you teleport straight to Myroditch Laboratories. You know, you can get this to this task apart from, even if you haven't done this quest, and you do that by using the Abyss. So you'd run north of Edgeville, you'd run to the Abyss and go to the Blood Altar. Now there's another quest you must have done for this, which I can't for the life of me remember what it is. Someone just maxed. Grats, poor pun. So you must have done the quest that access the Blood Altar. Now I can't remember the name. So that way you'll get here pretty fast, and you'll access it from the other side of this tunnel. So you just want to run straight down this long tunnel. Yeah, it is long, really long. And then eventually you'll get to some 2 cutoffs. Now at the west there's mutated Bloodvelds. Now you want to pray melee. These use a magical based melee attack, and some of them are aggressive, some of them aren't. The high level ones are aggressive, the lower ones aren't. You're trying to set your cannon up about here, because that is a very good place to place it. You want to have auto retaliate on, activate your cannon, and you want to turmoil. You want to have obviously be potted up, prayer renewal, and have berserker on to make your stats last longer. And you want to be using your Steel Titan to help them. As you say, this is multi-combat, hence why this is one of the fastest Slayer tasks for XP in the game. As you say, the amount of damage I'm doing here, I haven't killed one yet, but they're all going to die so fast. And a fast spawning world is very important for this task, because you will clear the room, and in a fast spawning world, obviously they will spawn faster. So hence World 2 is the optimum Slayer world, pretty much no matter what task you're doing. Holy crap, I was like, what the hell's that? Not used to the new items. I was like, holy shit, is that a lore talisman? It wasn't. So yeah, this is all you do. Now, about the mage based melee attack. Now the lower level Bloodvelds do, the non-mutated version. So if you are a lower level Slayer and you want to kill the you want to kill Bloodvelds. Now, if I run west up here, assuming you've done the quest still, there is regular Bloodvelds up here. And there's obviously multi-combat, so you could set, if you can afford a cannon, you might want to set that up in here and kill them. However, assuming you don't want to waste money on prayer, you can wear D-hide, because these use, since it's magical based, you need mage defense to stop yourself from getting damaged as much. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So as for this task, it is a very great task, and really it's one of my favourite. Now they also are good effigy droppers. However, obviously with the nerf, it drops them a lot less. But they are still decent, being half of them being 146. I have had many tasks where I've got multiple effigies here, but then again I've had tasks where I've had none, but that's exactly how it goes wherever you go. So really, yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about this task. And next week I will be doing the black dragons, which is I think less people know how to do them. So if you haven't got if you haven't got a steel titan, just the best combat familiar you can get. So a geyser titan or an iron titan, hopefully. They're the other two that are great options. And also I really recommend, if you do not do this task if you're not going to play melee, because these will wreck you. Even if you have like full Ganodermic on for the mage defense, it's really not worth it. So this is all you've got to do. You can pretty much AFK this task with just auto retaliate on, just making sure you fill up your cannon every so often, and that's all there is to say about this task. So I also want to mention, if you want to join my friends chat, there's quite a few people in there starting a chat and things. So if you want to place the chat and you haven't got anywhere, my friends chat, quite a few people there to talk to. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for the live commentary Sunday.